On today's episode of the Grab My Banner podcast, we say goodbye to an old friend. We will discuss the leaked Emergence patch notes, and then we will get into gambling. Don't forget, if you're listening on Apple Podcasts, to leave a review. Let's get into the show.
Looking at the motherfucking table. Got
how's he doing?
He's doing all right. We've laid down about 3 or 4 tracks that sounded really good, but he just keeps bringing up his ex-girlfriend's body, and we're not trying to deal with that. So we've been trying to get him to avoid it. Every time he says it, we make him redo the line, and it's bad.
You mean Loba?
Yeah, that breakup was awful, all over the tabloids, and he's clearly still upset about it, especially with those new pictures that came out of her with Ben Affleck. She's been dating him now, so yeah, this is tough. But I'm trying to monitor it. Hey, Troy, how are you feeling in there?
What up, baby? I'm feeling good. I'm loose.
Once again, we gotta avoid talking about your ex. We gotta try to avoid it. I know it's it's a sore subject.
Listen. I'm not even thinking about that girl. All right, why are you even bringing that up?
Well,
I haven't said anything about it.
You have many times.
Last time I was in the booth, I was tripping. This time, I've been nothing but absolutely fresh and focused, and you know that.
Okay. All right. Okay. Well, let's redo the first verse on track 5.
Let's go, baby. All right. When I'm in the whip, I'm on the gas. I turn heads like Loba's ass.
Well, okay. Oh, see, you just did it again.
I did what?
You're talking.
I slayed a fucking beat.
Isn't
that what you pay me for?
I do, but we gotta avoid it. It's not gonna look good out in the public. You guys are still going through the whole proceedings. We just want to avoid it right now, just so it makes your life a little bit easier.
Listen, you're killing my motherfucking vibe right now.
Can you promise me one thing?
Who's paying who right now? All right.
I get it, but we just got it. Can you trust me?
All right, dude.
All right, just trust me.
Whatever.
All right,
man.
Let's run it back. Let's run it back one more time.
Flack. All right, we'll run it fucking. Which one? Which track?
First verse, track 5. Let's go.
Number 5. All right, okay. All right, here we go. I'm dropping bombs like I'm in the sky. Big, thick bombs like they're Loba's thigh.
Whoa, okay.
Whoa.
All right. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, no.
Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, you can't be doing that right now, man.
I gotta be honest, man. I'm just trying to get through it. I'm an artist. It's what I'm feeling. It just comes out. You know what I'm saying?
I totally get it, and I don't want to feel like I'm putting you in a box. But Loba's lawyers are relentless, and they're looking for any piece of evidence to take the kids away from you. So I'm just trying to help you out as much as we can. Okay?
Fuck. Okay. All right. I'm gonna try.
Okay.
All
right.
But I gotta just push it down.
You just push it down.
I gotta push it
down.
Push it
down.
I gotta push it. It's like trying to jam some shit in a suitcase. Like
you just push that shit.
You gotta just jump on it.
Jump on it, sit
stomp
on
it down.
Okay. Let's run it back one more time.
One more time. Yeah, you got it, baby. Come on.
Track 5, verse 1.
Number 5. All right. Okay. All right. Here we go. I get my pets spayed and neutered, and I'm always thinking of Loba's sweet ass coot.
Whoa. Okay.
Boys, hey, listen. All right. I bore my soul. I'm hurt. Just give me one more chance.
One more chance?
Just one more chance.
It's okay if we got to do it again tomorrow.
You know this fucking booth is not cheap.
Yeah,
all right?
I'm
trying to get something good.
Okay.
All right? Just
give
me.
All right. We'll give you one more chance.
Give me another run.
We'll give you another run. If not, we'll book studio time tomorrow.
Yeah,
don't worry about the studio time.
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
All right, okay. Number 5, right?
Yeah, track 5, verse 1.
Verse 1, okay. Here we go, all right. Last chance, all right. When I'm in the streets, I'm the greatest. Reminds me a lot of Loba's anus.
Whoa!
Come on.
You can't say that.
I don't know.
We gotta cut it. We gotta cut it.
I got more in me.
There's no way we can do that.
more in me, man.
That's it. That's it.
It was
You just
so
need to
fucking
rest.
nice, though.
You just
Dude,
need to
should have
rest.
seen that
I'm
shit.
sure it was nice.
I'm
I'm sure it looked great. Do we need to get you a therapist to talk about the anus? It's just stuck in your head. We gotta get you somebody. You gotta get something. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Grab My Banner podcast, episode number 46. And we have a little bit of a melancholy announcement to make. Troy, we're going to let you take the floor. Let everybody know what's going on.
Boys and girls, fans, you guys have been awesome. I can't tell you guys how much it's been an absolute privilege to just be able to talk to you guys in the Discord and like hear your support. And unfortunately, the super producer, myself, is going away to grad school, and I'm going to be leaving my home state, and will be unable to continue as a part of the GMB team outside of special events. And with that being said, I'm still going to be active in the Discord. And, I'm always a private message away also. So if you're not in the Discord, please get in the Discord.
Yes, sir.
But unfortunately, this will be my last official scheduled episode.
Awesome. So we did know that this was coming for a long time. All of us here at this table, we knew. I believe you had been accepted even before we had started this show. So we knew that this was a possibility, and we knew it was going to come at some point. But we're very proud of Troy to get into this program. It was very difficult to get into. Not a lot of people get into it. So he's moving on to the next chapter of his life. If you guys noticed on Instagram, we posted some pictures of us up in the mountains. That was like our farewell trip. So we had a blast doing that, and then we knew that this was coming. So we got our farewell episode for Troy. Like he said, if he's not too busy and he wants to hop on, he's always welcome to hop on. And we assumed that was going to be happening, and we knew that he'd still be in the Discord. I mean, he's going to be in a new state, so he's probably, for the first few months, might be a little lonely. So talk to him on Discord,
please, boys.
Everything like that. But Troy, one of the surprises we had for you was we created a farewell little audio that we want you to listen to. So we're going to have you listen to it right now. Big shout out goes to Jay-Z.
Thank you,
who
Jay-Z.
listened to every episode, every clip to get me a lot of these clips to make this video. So we're going to have you listen to it right now, and we're going to plug it in for you guys to listen to. So let's do that right now. In honor of the super producer's last episode on the Grab My Banner podcast, let's take a quick trip down memory lane, where it started from humble beginnings.
Should we ask our super producer Troy?
Let's get super producer
right
Troy in here. Hold on, guys. Welcome super producer Troy to the podcast. His first time on the show. He's doing a great job producing. He hasn't touched one button, but he's done a great job so far.
Listen, Bab, the better of a producer you are, the less buttons you have to touch.
Wow,
So
I didn't think of it.
keep that in mind.
Okay, I will. Troy, give us some background.
I'm about 6'1", 185 pounds.
Okay.
And I don't jump particularly high.
Didn't take long for the super producer to fit himself right in, especially in the gambling segment.
I'm going to be sitting on a gold throne made out of your losses, and you're going to be crawling to me on your stump limbs because you've had to sell them for more bones, and you're going to be telling me that I'm going to regret it for betting your unders. First quarter under on average damage, okay, it netted me 40 big smackaroos right into my bank Rooney. Okay, and Brian's over here looking at me cross-eyed because he knows that all of his damn bets were overs on himself. Okay, and here I am just flexing on him with his own failure. Okay, and you could be doing that too. Ask your doctor if betting unders on Brian is right for you.
Listen, you bet.
Side effects may be getting rich.
Come again. Ask your doctor. Yeah.
What do I get if you do not hit it?
Yeah. Like, what do you even profit out of that?
I get nothing. I get to just see you lose.
You get to see me drop to zero. You really think I won't hit my max that bad?
Because, okay, here's
What's
the thing.
my max?
You're going to suck this week, and then you're going to be like, I have 20 bones. I'm really not in that bad of shape. And then we get to see you, like, just limp until you finally die. And I want you to go out purely because of me, and I want to lord it over you until the end of time. That's what I want. That's my reward. It's so worth it.
Troy, a very loving man, likes to show his appreciation in the form of words.
So it has nothing to do with the bet being brutal. It has everything to do with the fact that you are an idiot. Brian, Wyatt, Kyle, shut the fuck up. You're looking like the fucking baby son in Teletubbies right now. You little,
the fuck
you little bitch. All right. This is my speech. I'd appreciate it if you shut the fuck up. So,
Especially to his good buddy, Brian.
listen, Brian, you're dumb. Brian, you have so many ones and zeros, it looks like you're writing computer code.
Listen.
7 kills in 16 games, Brian?
It would take you 35 games to get those stats.
When I come home after a long day of work and my brain is so tired that I can't do anymore, I pick up a Spitfire.
Yeah, bro, and you probably still suck. Okay, it's not. It has nothing to do. It has nothing to do with the guns. Okay, if you suck, you suck. Wow, Brian, that was really creative. I haven't heard that one since 6th grade. No, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
That's right.
Oh, Brian, no, please forgive me.
You can kiss the ring now.
The fucking ring, your fucking ring pop to draw all the children to your lobbies.
At least you can't say I played bad in that video.
You're proving your
Brian, you
own
died.
point by showing off your kills against Silver 1 players. That's like going on to MasterChef and then showing all the judges a 30-minute video of you peeling carrots before the show starts. That's you're gonna just sit there and listen to Imagine Dragons and think about what sorority you're gonna get into.
A man who is perfectly imperfect.
I have a small bunny in my passenger seat with change that I've been using to buy corn dogs for the last 2 weeks. Okay, I'm not thinking about growing my own hair, man. Like we're just not there. I'm gonna be getting a new one, so I'll make sure I'll put it on the Twitter so you guys can continue sending me positive notes, cheerful
OnlyFans
gifts
as well.
No, I took that down only because I found out some family members were buying it. It freaked me out. So
Amaranth is on. Should we take a break?
No.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Oh, no. I don't want to get into my bets first, but I want to talk about the fact that the picture of me that's up on the Twitter, okay, I'm pink. I look like Pepto. All you had to do was click one shader. Even if you'd done it in black and white, I would have been happy. I'm looking at myself in black and white, man, I'm pretty. But when I look at myself on the Twitter, okay, I look like Brian when he's talking about his record.
And he's never really been a football guy. At Ash, you would have looked like a middle linebacker for the Chicago Bears.
What?
Like Brian Urlacher. He's just like...
What?
Do they have
huge?
Bears in Chicago? I thought Chicago was a city. They have Bears in Chicago?
I'm talking about the football team. Do
What?
you really not know Chicago Bears?
The Chicago Bears?
You didn't know?
They're a city. Why do they have bears as their mascot?
Dude, you didn't know the Chicago Bears were a football team?
This is not a football podcast.
I can't believe you. A man who also stood by his values and stuck to his guns.
All right, the Spitfire is an unbelievable piece of weaponry, and anybody who denies it is just afraid of people that can play consistent.
What?
It clocks in, it clocks out. It clocks in, it clocks out.
It brings its lunch sale to work every day. I'm not saying
listen,
that.
it's not a bad first round pick if you're a big ass bitch.
What is, bro? What in the fuck?
That's all I'm saying.
What is there about picking a good solid gun in the first round that makes you a bitch?
To reload.
I didn't make your bitch ass buy the R99 or hold your trigger down like a fucking mongoloid. All right, why is that my fault?
Just fucking charge rifle because nobody can aim in this fucking bitch.
Fuck off.
They can't.
Okay? It's dope. There's nothing wrong with no
They can't
motherfucking charge rifle. That shit is absolutely
trash.
Way shittier than every other sniper.
Do we have a new workhorse
It's
situation?
way
coming
shittier
on
than
here?
every other sniper. I would
Troy
like to
was in
see
the
any Dragon Rider
for
do a
2
motherfucking 360 and hit a burst off of it. You couldn't.
Get out of the Dragon Rider.
Do you mean that? Do you mean that? Are you
Bro,
sure
are you
you're
serious?
kicking him out right now?
A fucking 360 hitting the
I'm
full
throwing
burst?
you out.
Oh my god.
Dire Wolves will not take you.
I don't even want. I'm the fucking I'm the cornbread clan. All right.
Without even trying, you just gave yourself a name.
I am literally
Down home cornbread clan. And a 2-time gambling. Oh, wait, no, 3-time gambling champion. Sorry, it's just so hard to remember that last championship. Whoever ended up winning that, I call that a Mickey Mouse championship.
I was going to say, maybe, yeah.
It's a win with an asterisk next to it.
Yeah, it's an asterisk one.
I'm going to Disneyland.
Mickey.
What's wrong, Troy?
Troy, what happened?
Troy,
Why are you
what's
so
going
quiet?
on, bro? You seem a little depressed.
No, I'm good.
Are you sure? Yeah.
Oh.
He says he's good.
All right, He says he's good. We're fine.
All right, boys.
Mickey Mouse Championship? Are you fucking kidding me, dude? The fucking 3-time? Bro, you guys have no fucking respect. You have absolutely no tact in the way that you roast. You knew that I was sensitive, and you chose to to push that button anyway. I don't fucking appreciate this. The fucking loser over there, the negative Nancy, I don't appreciate him even getting to talk about last season. Why are you guys such haters? No, shut the fuck up, Brian. Put your hand down. You fucking Hogwarts ass sitting at your desk raising your hand like a little pussy ass bitch ass. I'm so upset.
As one chapter closes, another one opens, as Troy will be moving on to do bigger and better things. Things that he had been setting out to do before this crazy podcast ever came into our lives. So, for the final time on the Grab My Banner podcast.
On behalf of the Grab My Banner podcast, I'm super producer Troy, signing off.
There we go.
Oh my God. I cried laughing, but mixed into that was real tears.
Yeah.
Man, Jay-Z, thank you so much. You are the man. You are the fucking man. I want you to know that you will be the last Raise Energy letter that I ever write. You're going to be getting your second letter, your updated letter. And I really, you know what, man? I appreciate that. You know, we love doing this podcast, but we're all just people, and this was a big commitment of my life to come and do this every week. I mean, you got to talk about, I've only missed a few episodes. We're on episode 46. That's so many hours of time.
Yep.
And listening to that, it's just like, it reminds me of just like how great of a use of my time it was.
Yeah, I didn't realize, I mean, I'm in there editing every night and doing every time we record and stuff like that, and even me, like, hearing everything so many times, you forget how many great moments that there are and have been in this show. And that was only Troy's. Like, all of us have so many moments, and going back and listening to it, especially the early days when we would really gamble hard on each other, those early days were so fun. So we have a surprise for Troy. Some of the items haven't shown up yet, but we do have one item, and it's very special, I think, to the entire community of Apex, because it's kind of how everything started. But we're going to give Troy this here. In the end of Titanfall 2, there is a moment with Blisk where he decides not to kill Jack Cooper. And he says, you know, you fought hard, you did well, and I'm not getting paid for this, so I don't need to kill you. And he drops a card on his mech. And you're an Apex Predator, bro. So you just want to give you that. This is a metal card here. It's pretty awesome. I wanted to get your username on the back and your badges. Unfortunately, I got that picture from you a tad late, and I had already ordered them. But Apex Predator right there.
Apex Predator, dog.
With the lowest SBMM possibly ever. But Apex Predator nonetheless. So that was supposed to go inside of a picture frame with you and all of us, and then the rest of your stuff that I'm not going to say yet until we get it. But that was a big part of it. So Apex Predator.
Dude,
Predator.
Thank
Troy.
you guys so much. You know I'm going to keep this in my wallet
Yep.
all the time.
Yep.
Every 24/7, man. So, holy fuck. Like, you guys are awesome. Like, you know, everybody listening to this podcast may or may not know that we've been friends a long time before we ever started this podcast. This is a labor of love that we do every week, and I'm going to miss it a fucking lot. And this is awesome. It's something I get to take with me everywhere, just as a little memento of how many hundreds and hundreds of hours we spent on this together in this room and in your room, and that's fucking awesome. Dude.
And
Thank
at
you.
your house,
Yeah,
doing head-to-head.
at my house too.
too.
That happened too. Yeah, you guys fucking rock. Thank you so much.
It's definitely a memento. Like, I got one too.
Dude, that's
the boys
sick.
are getting one at episode 50, so I have theirs ready to go as well.
That
so they're getting
is
one at
what the
episode
fuck
50.
is up, dude.
So, but yeah, so Troy, we appreciate all the time you spent here. I mean, you kind of came to us at like a pretty dark point in your life. There was like, you had a lot of stuff going on, and you just needed to be around the boys. And then it turned into, you know, you playing this game, getting around us, and I can honestly say that you added so much to this show, and it was a pleasure having you, and it was a pleasure listening to, like, while I'm editing, like, listening to your banter back and forth. It's gonna suck not having you around, bro. It's gonna suck.
It's gonna be sad.
Thank you guys.
It's
Troy.
been great to have you while we had you, brother.
Troy, I want you to know that video to listen to, or that audio to listen to, is painful in more than one way. The first one because, well, fuck you. The second one because, dude, you are truly a brother to us. Like, there's no way around that. This show would not be the same without you, and it's not going to be the same going forward. It's still going to be great. I have faith in that. You helped us set an amazing an amazing floor for us. and we're going to be able to thrive off that. And I appreciate everything that you've done for us, not just on this show, but in life in general. Can we just side note that Troy must be the greatest super producer ever?
Yeah.
Purely because in all of his time here, I've never seen him touch more.
I don't think
than
he
3
touched
buttons.
No,
I've seen him touch. I know I've seen him touch one.
Okay.
We made him touch one at like episode 5 or something.
Yeah, we made him touch one.
We forced
and he
it.
touched one button.
Yep.
I think he might have touched one other on his own. 3's being generous. This dude, he's never had to click a button. It must be amazing.
Well, you heard at the beginning of the audio. It said, the better producer you are, the less buttons you have to press.
That's right.
Everything's
true.
said ahead of time.
Which is
Listen.
true.
Yep,
I mean,
it's all
that's just the truth.
It's all like Brian said. I lay the foundation early.
Yep. We also had some fans who were making some thank yous as well. They didn't get them all in on time, but when they do, I'll make a little thing for you so you can listen to the fans. Some of the mods in the Discord want to say their farewells and stuff like
Dude,
that.
that's fucking awesome. Listen,
Yeah.
they wouldn't be my fans if they got shit in on time. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
But I fucking love you boys, and I love what we're doing here. And I think that there's a lot of people out there that, first of all, just love the game, but second, like, can hear through the microphone that we love each other and that we have a great time. And, just being around, let me tell you, man, like, I didn't always have a group of awesome friends like you guys. And, like, when you don't have that shit and you walk into a room maybe with people that really do like each other and, like, have a great relationship, man, it's like healing just to be exposed to that. So, I'm glad that we, through this podcast, everybody listening at home, we get to let you guys into, like, this dynamic that we got between all of us, and thank you all for being a part of that ride. But no matter where I am and no matter where I'm going, man, like, I'm going to be tuning into GMB just like everybody else. So thank you for letting me be a part of it.
Yeah.
And, I obviously consider all 3 of you boys my brothers as well. So, thank you so much for like I said, for letting the super producer be a part of it. Even though I don't have the Apex foundation that y'all do. You made a spot for me anyway, and that means a lot.
It was crazy. You came to us literally out of nowhere. Like just episode 2. Episode 1, I think you just came and hung out with us, and then episode 2, you actually chimed in. It's been game changing ever since, man. 45 episodes in.
Yep.
This is gonna be 46.
Yep.
Like, it's just crazy that we've done this for almost a year now.
52 weeks.
52 weeks. It's fucking insane, man. And we missed a couple weeks, but almost a full last year of us being together and doing this. And I couldn't be happier to have all you guys by my side. And I appreciate you being here, Troy. And thank you, man.
Yep.
Yeah.
Troy, I'm going to put you on the spot a little bit here.
Okay.
Not in any order, top 3 GMB moments
yeah.
that live in your memory.
That's great,
What is
Brian.
it? Just off the top of your head, what
Jay-Z
sticks
really
there?
Jay-Z really gave me the layup. I have to say the first one for sure, and this is something that like may never happen again. But our head-to-head at my house
Oh my God.
was 100% one of the memories that I will hold in my heart forever. It was a fucking
That
blast.
shit was crazy.
I love how your favorite memory is the
Is
memory
your
where I
worst.
suffered the most.
Yeah.
There's nothing that fits this fucking podcast more than my pain equaling your joy.
Yep.
I mean, dude, watching you fucking roll
Oh my God.
roll your gaming chair into my house, like you were so amped. It's just watching the tailspin that was that evening.
If you guys haven't checked out that video, it's one of our early Instagram posts. Early, I'm talking early. So if you want to check out that video, it was fucking hilarious, and you need to go check it out.
Absolutely hilarious. You guys need to watch
Brian,
it.
Brian doesn't
Brian
want
doesn't
you to watch
recommend.
it.
Brian doesn't recommend.
I don't
He just
recommend
wants you
it.
to relive it.
I want you all to know ahead of time, I don't rage at much often. I was fucking
Yeah,
pissed.
he was mad. He was mad. So would you say that's number 3 or number 1?
I would say that. Well, it was the first one that came to mind. I didn't do this in any like particular order.
Okay.
But that's one of the 3. Number 2 would definitely be winning, like my first time winning at gambling.
Yeah.
Yes.
Before you guys stopped acknowledging it. that was I'm a competitive spirit. And that was a big moment for me because even though I was by far the worst at Apex at that moment, I still found a way to be on top. And that shit, winning season 1, bro, what the fuck? That made my heart sing.
Still the worst at Apex till today.
Brian, what did the lines say, Brian? What did the lines say, Brian?
Do you want to know
last
how
week?
Do you want to know how I did this last week?
Yeah.
Do you actually want to know?
Last week?
Yeah,
How you
I
did
did.
last
It
week?
wouldn't be a
Or
show
this
if
week.
these two
Yeah,
weren't
you
arguing.
gotta fucking pull it
Do
up.
you want to know?
Pull it up.
Go ahead. I'll let you read it.
It wouldn't be a show if these two weren't
Here,
arguing.
read that. Those are my stats from this week.
No, that's not what I meant. I meant show me the lines.
Oh, I don't have those.
Oh yeah, I bet you fucking don't. Yeah.
Those are in the trash, dog. Those are in the trash.
I don't know what happened. There was a forest fire. We live in California. Things just happen like that.
And then what was? And then so there's those two, and then like I'm trying to think of which moment made me laugh the most. And if I had to be honest, like it was this one right here.
Yeah.
Like hearing the video that Jay-Z helped put together, like it brought it all together for me. It wrapped this experience up because I really don't have the best memory, to be honest, especially when it comes to experiences. And when I got to hear stuff that was all the way from the beginning up until like literally a few episodes ago, man, it just made me feel how much I've put into this, and it made me feel like I was really a part of it. So I would say those are my top 3.
Nice. Awesome. Well, boys, I think we've reminisced a little enough here. We've got a big show ahead of us because we've got a big season in front of us. But one final time, thank you, Troy, for everything you've done. Thank you for being a part of this. And I can't wait to see what you do moving forward in your next chapter.
Same, brother. Same.
All right, boys, let's get into the Raise Energy question of the week. Now, this one's a little different. This one really doesn't involve legends whatsoever, but it does involve the maps. Raise Energy question, head on down to repsports.com where you can use code BANNER for 15% off all Raise Energy products. Where would you build your dream home out of all 3 maps? Which map and which POI or place in between 2 POIs? Where are you going to start your family life in the Apex universe? Here we go.
When I think about my dream home, like in general, I always think about it on property.
Yeah.
And when I think about it on property, like the biggest, like most expansive, like fields were in Olympus. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So would it be like the area outside of Gardens? Is that like the biggest? Would that be like the biggest plains?
Maybe the northern part of the map.
I was thinking World's Edge, the northern part, just east of Epicenter, north of that little shit town that goes to, and south of Refinery.
Yeah,
is it Refinery.
That's
south of that, there's
wide
a
open.
massive, wide open area with a little bit of buildings and stuff, very small.
It'd probably be out there, man. Because like when I think about a dream home, I think about a home on a bunch of property where, you know, I could do whatever I want, build a dirt bike track, do some hunting, like, you know, ride an ATV around, ride a dirt bike around. Like that to me is like, that's a dream.
I think not Olympus. I think
World's
World's
Edge.
Edge is your spot.
You think World's Edge?
Yeah, I think that's World's Edge encapsulates the entire like.
Outdoors.
It's got the outdoors, but it's also got the inner city vibes to it, which Kings Canyon is almost all outdoors. And then you get World's Edge, which has both. It has so you would be close enough to the city to get what you needed, like your supplies and stuff. But then you'd also have your property.
Yeah.
I think it would fit perfectly.
That would be sick. I think it would be something like that. And it
so
would
northern part of the map.
It would be the northern part then, and it would be something that was like very like cabiny. You know what I mean? Like all like untreated wood, like big, large, like pieces of lumber and stuff. That'd be sick. I'd love that.
So mine, I would definitely live kind of like on the outskirts of World's Edge, on the back when we had Skulltown, on the other side of Skulltown.
You mean Kings Canyon?
Yeah, Kings Canyon. Sorry. On Kings Canyon, on the original map, on when we had Skulltown, that outside building on the outside of Skulltown, like in between Dome and Skulltown,
Mm-hmm.
I'd live somewhere over there because I feel like I've always wanted to live like near the water, and I feel like I just want to like go down into the water, like off the little cliff thing, and then like
Are
go.
you talking about where like the Octane Town takeover?
Yeah, kind of like that area.
where it, like before it took over.
Yeah, so it's kind of like it's just like a sandy area where like I could build a nice home like kind of on the beach, and then I could just like go out and like hang out in the water whenever I wanted to, and then if I wanted to travel somewhere, I wouldn't really go too far. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel that.
Yeah.
I really so I have a few places that I'm trying to figure out which one. Okay, because I'm assuming I'm gonna have kids, And I'm assuming that if I have kids, I need them to go to a good school system. And I feel like Olympus provides the perfect area for your kid to get a good education. But then at the same time, I was like, but fuck that. Because there's a giant blue marble of death sitting on the map that nobody knows the full-time effects, okay? These legends go in there, but they're only in there for 20 minutes at a time. This could be like some sort of radiation poisoning situation, okay? So now I move downward a little bit. I'm like, well, let me go over to World's Edge. I actually like World's Edge. I like that I can go to the inner city, but I can also be out in the mountains, similar to what Troy said. But then I had another thought. Wait a second. There was a giant explosion that splashed ice everywhere across the entire map and killed like a lot of people. And I'm like, okay, maybe not there. So my final conclusion comes down to 2 spots, but they both involve water. I'm either going to go inside swamps and live in one of those houses on the stilts. I think that would be so awesome to live in a house on stilts in the swamps. Because, like, first of all, Kings Canyon has the most outdoorsy feel to it, especially the original version of it. Yeah. We also got the Thunderdome, and I'm a big sports guy. I can take, in the lore, Thunderdome is where these battles took place first before it was the full map. So take the kids to the game, watch some legends battle it out. So we got that. They might suffer a little bit from school. I don't see the best school systems being there, but there is a laboratory. So they can travel to the laboratory, Sing Laboratories. They can go down there. Hopefully they don't get stolen and become test subjects like Wraith, but that's an option. And then the only other place I'd want to go if it was in swamps is just the River City in original Kings Canyon, just beyond the water next to the river, kind of close to the sand. I just don't want to be in the desert part of the map. I just want to visit that because living in the town that we live in where it's 105 every day during summer makes me want to blow my brains out. So I do not want to be in some hot, dry, deserty area. I'd rather be over there in the swamp, chilling out, being next to the water, and doing my stuff there.
So mine's easy. No brainer. As soon as you said this was the raised topic, I knew immediately what I wanted to do. As you guys have probably figured out, I'm somewhat of a hermit.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah, yes.
I can go extended periods of time and not have to deal with people's shit and love my life.
Awesome.
Right? So, what's a place that's completely barren, has a little bit of infrastructure to a degree? If you go up north in Kings Canyon, straight to Artillery, and you hang a right on the other side of that mountain,
well, like the waterfall,
where the waterfall is, Relay. Listen, that part of the map, if I can live just beneath that waterfall, on that little like plateau there by the lakeside property, you got your personal waterfall. You have easy access to everything. You have a military base right by you with artillery. Yep. I got all kinds of shit I need to get. I can go there, not say what's up to Bangalore, do whatever, come back home, not a big deal. That is the place I want to go. And if I'm not there, on the island that's all by its fucking self, so I can cut those zip lines when I'm fed up with people at the end of the day.
Yeah, that would actually be a good spot.
That would actually.
That's
those are both
spot.
really good spots because I would say the waterfall is a dope ass spot.
I would bring Pathfinder with me, and I'd just turn off his switch. I'd turn off his switch. Once we get over there, I'd cut those lines. I'd turn them back on. He'd be like, "What happened, friend?" I'd be like, "Hey, just shoot a zip line. We need to get the fuck out of here." And he'd be like, "Okay."
Yeah, I feel like one place I'd never want to be is obviously the rift in Olympus. Just, I mean, you don't know. Like, you have no idea.
Bro, I lived up in the rift.
First of all, I don't give a shit about the rift. I'm telling you, one place I don't want to live, Lava City and World's Edge, hot as fuck. I ain't living there.
Dude, oh, yeah.
I ain't living there.
Lava City's got so much shit. Dome would keep the heat in, too.
Oh, my God. I would not do Dome.
Fuck
that would fucking suck. What's another few places that you'd probably not want to go to?
Epicenter?
No,
Yeah,
dude. See,
it's too much.
My theory is always this, okay? You can always put more clothes on, but you can't always take more clothes
That's
off.
smart.
Facts.
That's
So
smart.
listen,
That is such a hometown term, too.
Epicenter, I fucking live in that bitch, okay? I just, as long as you don't send me to Dome.
The other thing about Olympus, though, is like you're floating above another planet, and there's only so much you can do, like there. Like with Kings Canyon and World's Edge, you can see outside of the map, and you know that there's more out there. Whereas with Olympus, you're just there. That's all you got.
Well, I mean, Kings Canyon's an island.
Yeah, but it's on a part of a bigger world that you can travel
Yeah,
to. Like
that's
people
true.
people have traveled to and from it multiple times in this game.
I also think that Olympus doesn't have like enough plant life. Like it's all artificial, which I just don't like. That's weird to me.
I get that.
Olympus is a place you go to like on vacation.
Yeah, Olympus
Definitely.
is
Olympus
Los
is like
An-
the nice place.
Olympus is Los Angeles.
Yeah,
Take a
Olympus
trip to
is
see
like
the
New York
marble, dude.
City, Los Angeles, Chicago, any of those big places.
Yeah.
All right, that should just about do it for the Raise Energy question of the week. Where would you guys live, and what POI would you try to live next to or live in? Let us know in the DMs. Let us know on Twitter, on Instagram, in the Discord. Let us know wherever. Raise Energy. That was the Raise Energy question of the week. Head on down to repsports.com where you can use code BANNER for 15% off all Raise Energy products. Boys, we're going to head into the next main topic, which is the leaked patch notes that we're going to talk about. Heading into Season 10, we're going to hit a quick ad, and we will see you guys on the other side.
Hey there, everybody. Welcome to the other side. This is the super producer speaking. And I'd just like to say, I would really love it if you went on Discord and sent me some kind of a private message. That would feel good. I appreciate each and every one of you, you wonderful, wonderful people, and the ears that I'm being able to speak into in this moment. I appreciate all of you. But now we've arrived at our main topic, and I think you knew what it was. It's these pre-leaked patch notes. Wyatt, what do you think?
They did a complete and probably, what?
Troy's DMs are open.
Troy's DMs are open.
Any
yes.
single?
Slide.
They
dude.
are. They're.
Slide the
I'm
fuck
single
in
as
there.
Dude, why
shit.
haven't I slid in those yet?
Oh,
Fuck,
man.
I send him DMs all the time. I don't know what you guys are
I
doing.
gotta-
Does he ever
I
reply
gotta
to
be
yours?
sliding in those.
He'll be like, dude, that was so funny. You're such a great and awesome friend.
Fuck,
Like,
he just
says
ignores
stuff
mine.
like that.
Yeah,
Yeah, just you know,
He just ignores
pretty
mine.
minimal.
I'm just gonna have
Pretty
to,
minimal
I'm
stuff.
gonna have to hit him up.
I would
Hey,
die for you. Some little stuff like that.
Yeah.
Just little things.
Yeah,
like that.
I wish you wouldn't send me these in the middle of the day because I can't control these erections anymore.
First impressions, guys. This is the biggest gun overhaul, and I'm excited for that. I cannot wait to start messing around with these new little gun mechanics.
Yes.
First impressions, Kyle.
Do I want to be negative or positive?
You can do whatever the fuck you want.
All right. Well, the new legend sucks cock. I'm
sucks
just gonna
cocks.
be straight.
I'm just gonna be
Sucks.
honest. Like he sucks cocks.
He sucks cocks.
because and not. I don't know what he does sexually, like in the game, but
We-
he sucks cocks, as in his kit sucks cocks.
His kid sucks cocks.
Brian.
Just be straight with that.
Are we talking about Sear?
Yeah, we're talking about
Yes.
here.
Sucks cocks.
His kit sucks cocks.
His kid
yeah.
sucks cocks.
His kit sucks cocks. What else? Are there any other impressions, boys?
Sucks more cocks. No?
It just sucks cocks.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
there
All
we
right.
go.
Yeah.
No, we can agree that it sucks cocks.
You know what mods are attracted to?
Flame.
That was the easy answer,
Yeah.
but I was thinking dumpster fires.
Yeah, and this, I would say everything other than the map changes and the gun changes, for me, is dumpster fire-esque.
Yes, very.
I would
dumb.
say
You
that.
like the gun changes?
I do like the gun changes
I
a
do
lot.
too.
I like them a lot. So let's get into it. Let's start off with the new legend Seer. Season 10 introduces the 18th playable character, Obi, a.k.a. Seer. Seer's a recon character. His ability kit makes him more of a tracker, like Bloodhound, and more of a scout, like Pathfinder, Crypto, and Valkyrie. He is geared towards hunting down the enemy squad in close quarters and sucking cocks. I added in that last part.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Uh,
definitely
it's
had
in
that.
there.
Seer's abilities. Passive ability. While aiming down sight, Seer can hear the heartbeat of nearby legends, helping him discover their location. Now, this isn't out yet, so we don't know how strong this is. But I think it's strong right now. I think that's a strong passive to have. But that's something that you can nerf and make it useless.
It depends how accurate it is. That's the biggest thing. Like
How
can
far
I,
it reaches.
Can I not? Well, yeah, that. But how can I pinpoint exactly where they are? Is it like a heartbeat sensor? Like I see a dot through
All
the
it
wall?
says here is
Or
a
is it like
heartbeat.
it says he can hear it. So I'm wondering if he can hear a ping or something like that going on. And I'm curious, is it 3D sound or is it 2D? Like you either hear it or you don't.
I would assume that there's a visual aspect to this as well. They wouldn't just do an audio aspect. They've got to do a visual thing as
I
well.
feel
Yeah,
like
I would
too.
assume so.
So I'm thinking, as it stands right now, I think this is strong, but not nearly as strong as the tactical ability. Seer releases several mini drones, and after a delay, they mark all enemies in front of him, interrupting their use of healing items and revives, and reveals their locations and health to Seer and his allies for 8 seconds.
8 seconds?
Are you fucking me in my butt right now, dude? That's ridiculous. Ridiculous.
That is in fucking sane,
8
honestly.
seconds?
That
8
is
seconds.
ridiculous. Okay, not take away the tracking shit, right? interrupting their use of healing items and revives. You could be mid-revive and it interrupts it. You could be mid-heal, it interrupts it. Not only that, but it interrupted your heal, and he knows that you didn't get that heal off because he can see your entire health bar.
Yes.
Are you fucking me, dude?
That's fucking.
That is ridiculous.
As some perspective, okay? To use a full Phoenix kit is 10 seconds. Okay? So that's almost an entire Phoenix kit where you can't do jack shit and they know exactly where you are.
And they know that you didn't get the Phoenix
And
kit
they know
off.
that you didn't get it off.
So it's the equivalence of 2 bats. So if they time it right, it's equal to 3 because you're popping the bat, you're out of the fight. If you're popping a bat, you are not fighting. So you're out for 3.5 seconds there. They hit you with this, you have to wait 2 more, and then you're out for another 4 seconds if you're hoping to get that bat off. You're dead.
It's just
It'll get nerfed, big time nerfed.
I think they want him to come out strong.
I think they're
that's-
selling him up here.
That's better than what happened to Loba.
yeah.
True. That's
Loba's
true.
still broken.
Yeah, and,
Yeah.
and they still haven't fixed it.
Yeah.
Yo, tell me this guy's hat doesn't give you mad Kung Lao vibes.
It does.
does.
It does.
Dude,
I actually there is
mad
nothing.
Kung Lao vibes.
I love Sears. I love his lore, and I love the way he looks. I just think this kit is ridiculous.
Yes.
But that Kung Lao hat is awesome. Then we go on to the ultimate. Seer throws out his heart chamber, which releases hundreds of mini drones that form a sphere. Enemies that move quickly or fire their weapon in the sphere are marked, revealing their locations and footsteps to Seer and his allies. Enemies can destroy the heart chamber by shooting it and destroying it in a similar manner to Horizons. So, you can shoot it. That's not the part that I'm like super worried about. Now, it still is very strong, and it still sucks some cocks, but like it's not as bad. If you can shoot it, it just depends on how much the health is, and we'll probably learn that in the full patch notes. But
Yeah, I mean, the ultimate ability isn't the problem here, dude. It's definitely the tactical. When you're thinking about 8 seconds, okay, they literally had to nerf Bloodhound because they said that you could see people through walls for 4 seconds, and that was too long, so they put it down to 3. This guy can do it for 8 seconds. 8 seconds. Like,
The cooldown on this tactical needs to be the highest in the game, and honestly, they shouldn't even do that. They should just switch the tactical and the ultimate.
they should do what I said and just make it to where
Control Alt Delete.
no. I said last week that they should make it to where every time you use the tactical, Lil Nas X plays Old Town Road and then just starts beating the shit out of you.
That's great.
I think that's better. He has Lil Nas
He
X
just
vibes.
beats you out. He beats you up with a guitar, just takes it out.
yeah,
just
just shits
beat
on
you.
you.
I wish we could use that audio for this.
Yeah. Unfortunately,
Copyright.
yeah. So then we move on to the legend changes. Caustic gets a buff. Saying that is already bad. And then what I'm about to read to you makes it even worse. And it just sucks cocks. Like I'm trying to think of different words to say to describe it, and I can't think of anything, but it just sucks cocks.
It's
Degenerate.
bad. It's you shit your pants in the middle of the supermarket bad. Okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you would know something
Yeah.
about that.
Yes. I
Spoken from a true expert.
spoken from a true expert. Let me tell you.
Oh,
guys,
shit.
if you shit,
Okay.
it's shit your pants in the middle of the supermarket bad.
Should we just say, this is what I wanted to do. I wanted to say this. We have started a new thing on the Grab My Banner Discord where nobody can chat except for us boss men, and we decide if something is punk ass or not. We've said punk ass on the show a lot of times. We've said it a lot. And what do we say about Seer? Punk ass?
He's punk ass.
That's punk ass.
That dude is punk ass.
That's punk ass.
That dude's punk ass.
Some other things that are currently punk ass.
This
Currently.
caustic buff.
This caustic
Punk
buff,
ass.
I'll read
Punk
it.
ass.
But we've got the Eva 8, punk ass.
Yeah.
Disruptor rounds, punk ass.
False.
Ass, dude.
Revtane, Brian, I hate you. Revtane,
punk
Revenant, and
ass.
Octane by themselves are okay, but them together, punk ass.
Punk ass.
Dude, that's some punk ass shit.
That's some punk ass shit.
And now it's
So,
going to be Rev, Octane, and Seer.
yeah.
That is the
That's
most
going to be
punk ass.
so.
That's gonna be
difficult
punk
to
That's
do.
ass.
fucking rainbow ballroom shit right
That's
there, dude.
punk
Rainbow
ass.
Punk
Yeah,
ass.
that's fucking punk ass.
Caustic buff. Instead of 5 ticks of damage per second, Caustic's gas will now increase every other second. So 5, 5, 6, 6, 7, 7, with no limit to how much it can increase. Did they not learn anything from last season with Caustic? Did they not learn a single thing?
Yes, it doesn't increase every tick. It's every other tick.
Punk ass.
Punk ass.
The gas cloud created from caustics knocks gas grenade dissipates 5 seconds sooner. Oh, thank you for that. Well, who needs the grenade when you got fucking 5 barrels that just will kill an entire squad in 13 seconds?
But you can shoot them as they deploy and they disappear.
Well, Brian, I'm gonna need you to start hitting the bottoms of those things because sometimes you shoot them and they just blow up right in my face.
Well, you shoot. I don't play with you that often.
No, you
anymore.
don't, but
You
when
left
you
me.
do.
You left me in the dust.
I did not.
You did.
Every time I
You
get on to
left-
play with
yeah,
you,
first of all.
I don't get to play. I gotta play solo.
Well, you need to start playing with him more because go ahead, Brian.
I was gonna say you got to hit us up and let us know when you're gonna play.
Bruh.
The marksman weapons now are going to be able to use the sniper stocks again. And Brian claims that when he uses a G7 with a sniper stock on it, he becomes God incarnate.
Let's see.
So you're gonna have
I'm
to
unrivaled.
check up on
I
those
wanna see
claims.
what's up.
Unrivaled.
Brian,
Unrivaled.
Best G7 player in the game.
My man says unrivaled. All right.
let's move on to
I'll
Revenant.
call out iTemp.
Don't. You already got you got shit on. That was somebody else. Who was that?
Wait,
Oh, that was iLoot Games. You got shit on by iLoot Games.
Gotcha.
yeah. I got shit on by Loot Games.
He
I
got
did get-
canceled by the community. but-
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
But I got shit. But just saying,
Motherfuckers
iTemp?
looting too many goddamn games.
iTemp is the second best G7 player I've seen behind me.
Okay. All right.
Sheesh.
Makes sense. Revenant. It says nerf in parentheses. This is not a nerf.
This is a joke.
This is a
actually.
joke.
This is not, but it's not funny. It's like one of those jokes you laugh at when you're at the family dinner, but you're just all looking at each other like, that wasn't really funny.
Yeah, it's like the awkward silence, and then somebody has to change the subject.
Yeah,
real quick.
exactly.
Enemies will get an audible and visual indication when Death Totem death protection is about to end, letting them know that Revenant allies are about to be vulnerable. That's going to be so awesome when I'm already down from a team rev-taining me.
Yeah, when does the form ever run out? Like, you've either died already or you've killed them.
Yeah,
right?
there's no point to it. There's no point to this nerf. There's no point.
Nobody's gonna pop the fucking rev ult and then camp.
Yeah,
right? Like,
nobody does that.
No.
Like, what were they thinking? This was literally like the dumbest nerf of all time.
They were sitting there at the board. They're like, how do we nerf him without nerfing him and tell the community that we fixed the Revtain problem, but we don't really fix it?
It would be the same thing as we gave you an audible notification that lets you know that you're dying to caustic gas. It doesn't help you at all. Like, that does not help.
It's like the fucking giant Dark Souls you died on this screen.
Oh, shit. Horizon gets a buff. This is a good one. Horizon's ability to maneuver while in the air on her gravity lift is adjusted to be closer to how it was in Season 7, which is a good thing, I think, prior to her substantial nerfs in the following seasons, but it's not a total revert. So she'll probably get, she'll get the speed back, but she'll probably have, a nerf when she's strafing up top, is what I assume in the big patch notes. Fuse buff. Fuse's knuckle cluster will now last twice as long, allowing him to deny areas for longer, and enemies caught in the mother lode will be highlighted, even if they're behind a building or a wall, making it easier for Fuse and his allies to plan their follow-up attack. This makes Fuse a lot better, but it only makes good Fuses a lot better because you've got to hit somebody with the mother lode, which is not an easy thing to do.
They had to do something with him, man. He was so underpowered.
Yeah.
Well, not
Yeah.
just that. It makes it better inside of a room. Imagine a Bangalore smoke inside of a room followed by this.
Yeah.
Your whole team's still able to see through everything, and the other team's being either burned trying to escape or fighting the smoke, and you have a much better chance of that. Or inside of caustic gas, because caustic gas is going to be a lot better.
True.
It makes those pushes late game harder. You might suicide your Fuse in there, but if you're throwing 2-3 knuckle clusters in there ahead of time, it's not that much.
This
of a
might
suicide
actually bring back, and I know this is probably going
don't
to get
say
me a
it.
lot of heat. But
Don't say it.
This is going to bring back the good old Horizon Fuse Caustic combo, baby.
my God.
Black hole him into
Punk
the center.
ass. Punk ass.
Watson, here I
Punk.
come.
Black hole him
Ass.
into the
Punk
center.
ass.
Punk
Fuse
ass,
fuse
dude.
bomb him, and then fucking Caustic bomb him all at the same time,
I'll
baby.
play
They're
Horizon.
done.
I'll
Punk
play the
ass.
Horizon for you.
That is punk ass. Battle Royale map changes. Oh, well, let's just say this. The legend changes, I don't think it was terrible. It's really everybody who's looking at Revenant. They all had their eyes pointed at Revenant. And that's all we got.
He kind of got a pat on the back and was like, hey, just don't do that anymore.
Even the caustic thing is whatever. really the Revenant one was the one I was looking at, and that's just I would almost rather not have that in there because there's no point.
I actually think that Caustic needed a buff, so I'm not upset with this at all. And the fact that like his gas grenade, which was like the strongest part of his kit, is getting a little nerfed, I'm not very upset about it.
Yeah.
I think it'll be fine.
I feel like Seer is a Revenant buff.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, pretty inherently,
pretty much.
I think inherently, yeah.
Seer can be any aggressive strategy buff. Like any team that wants to be a Pathfinder, it's a Pathfinder buff. It's an Octane buff. It's a Rev buff. It's a Wraith buff. It's anything that wants to push aggressively.
Yeah.
It's a buff.
Any legend that comes out that isn't complete dog shit is an inherent Rampart nerf. So nothing Rampart here, by the way, which is hilarious. Anyway,
Can we talk about crypto?
yeah, that too. Battle Royale map changes, World's Edge decimated. I'm actually very excited for this. So, Hamid has continued to mine for the natural resources, causing that crack at right there in the middle where Capital City was. It's bigger now, and it extends to touch both the southern and northern parts of the map. Sorting Factory is completely destroyed, falling into a sinkhole. The landmark will be replaced by a new POI lava siphon. The destruction causes a landslide by the nearby mountains, burying train yard in debris and transforming it into a new POI called Landslide. Fuck you. Fuck you, train station. I'm so happy you're gone.
Same.
Most of the changes can be seen in the north by Refinery. Refinery is completely gone. We've got Climatizer, which is bigger. They also have like these cool gondolas, which if you've ever played Zombies... Fuck yeah, gondola, baby. We got the gondola back.
The gondola.
So then we've got some other things going on here with the rest of the map. Obviously, the big one, Sorting Factory. A lot of people liked landing Sorting Factory to start the game. It was like a place where you'd start if you're trying to get a 20 bomb.
Sorting Factory or...
Yeah, Sorting Factory.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's not Sorting Factory.
It's not Sorting Factory. It's Sorting Factory's in the middle of the map.
It's not Sorting Factory.
It's the northeast
It
section.
just said right here, Sorting Factory is completely destroyed by the sinkhole.
Where?
I just read it.
Sorting Factory.
Sorting
Wow, it
Factory
is Sorting Factory.
completely destroyed.
We thought it was...
What?
We thought it was a...
Train yard?
No, train yard, yes.
The
but
outside one on the other side of
one
Epicenter.
northeast of Epicenter. We always thought it was that. I didn't realize it was train yard.
Dude.
There might be a
Or
change
not
there,
train
but
yard. I didn't
Sorting
realize it
Factory
was
is completely gone.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, shit.
That's crazy.
That's actually
that changes
huge.
everything.
That changes a lot of things because that's where a lot of people would land to try to get a 20 bomb, try to get a 4K.
I hope
We're going to
the-
see how this map changes.
I hope the loot is okay.
It will be. I told Kyle that the interesting part about World's Edge now is every other map in this game has a centralized area. You've got Hammond Labs, and then you've got like the market area in Kings Canyon, or you can just say Skulltown in the early days, right?
Yes, sir.
This is said, we're going to say fuck the middle of the map. We're going to put a giant scar through the middle of it. So now you really got to pick a side, and that's very interesting. And the way it's going to work in ALGS, I don't know if they're going to do it in ALGS, but that's going to be weird, man, because they've pretty much used the same map in ALGS forever. They've used that version of World's Edge forever. I'm excited to watch ALGS if they end up switching this map up, because I think they will. And I think they're trying to go for like a tactical ALGS style map because they know that more people are tuning in now. Mm-hmm. So it'll be very interesting to see what happens here. But I'm excited for the map changes. I typically don't say that because I've always been more of like a original person. I like the older versions, but this is going to be fun. I think this is going to be fun.
I think this is a good map change. It's a good step in the right direction because we've never really had a map where there wasn't a center location where people wanted to land for 20 bombs and shit like that. Now that that's completely like out of the picture for the most part, it's going to be kind of crazy to see where people land and where people go now that that doesn't exist.
I'm hoping this doesn't make it. I'm hoping that this makes it to where there's less of the round 1 6 squads left.
Yeah.
From landing at fucking either Sorting Factory or
Cap City.
Yeah. I'm hoping it does that because that's no fun, man. Like that. I understand people want to go and get like a bunch of kills immediately, but like that's just It's not fun when you're actually trying to grind with the boys and have some fun. Like, I'd much rather have this to where people are landing in all these different spots. I do think the loot will be okay, Brian. I think they put in enough places, and I think World's Edge has always been capable of holding on to enough loot.
And I also think they learned their lesson from original Kings Canyon where there wasn't enough loot and we were always struggling for shit. You know what I mean?
Arena map changes. We've got Hillside, Dome, and Oasis. During Season 10, the arena maps based on existing Kings Canyon, World's Edge, and Olympus landmarks are being rotated out. So no more playing on Artillery, no more playing on Thermal Station, and no more Gardens. Now we've got Hillside, Dome, and Oasis. I'm excited for Dome.
I'm excited for no more punk-ass bitches with charge rifles shooting me from across the map.
There's still will be.
What do you mean? Punk charge rifles?
Yes.
You mean like the Cornbread Champion gun?
You mean the Cornbread Cowboys?
The Cornbread Cowboys, yeah.
Yeah, the fucking shit squad.
Well, you think people aren't going to be using the charge rifle on Hillside. I don't know what to tell you.
If you shoot me with a charge rifle on Hillside, I'm telling you right now, you're a punk-ass bitch, okay?
Punk ass.
You're punk ass.
Listen, you motherfucker. All right? I don't think you understand. People bring the appropriate tool for the job if they have a motherfucking brain in their head. All right? If you're shooting long distances, okay, where people are poking their little pussy,
long distances.
They're putting their little pussy ass heads out from behind cover. You don't want to deal with drop. You want to make sure that you can get at least some damage, even if you don't hit them with everything. Why would you not use the most appropriate weapon for the job, Kyle?
Yeah. Because you're not a punk-ass bitch and you actually have skill and can aim a gun.
That is fucking stupid, okay? Because if it didn't work, you wouldn't be bitching about it.
It's not the fact that it doesn't work. It fucking works, but you're just a punk-ass bitch. You can't use a better gun because you got no skill.
Listen, if you had the skill to compensate, then it wouldn't be a problem for you. You wouldn't be complaining about it. You're complaining because you struggle because other people are using the better tools.
It's not a better tool. It's a punk-ass bitch one.
It's a better fucking tool.
I will say this. I have not inserted the charge rifle into the punk-ass section of the Discord. Brian, why do you lift your hand up like that?
Just fucking talk. Okay?
I know, honestly, more for the reaction than anything else.
Well, you got one.
No, I'm with Troy.
Yeah.
I'm with Troy on this one. Charge rifle's not a punk ass weapon.
I won't
because
put it
you
in
can
the
play
punk
around
section. I won't put it in the punk.
It's such a liability up close.
It is a liability.
Kyle, you're a punk ass for not being able to deal with it.
Okay.
Damn, bro.
All right. Listen here, bitch.
All I'm saying is we've got some new arena maps. I'm so excited for Dome. I love Dome. Dome is so awesome. Like, when I come home and I get like online and I just start getting some Dome, like that's all I'm ready for.
I love some good
Dude,
Dome.
I love some good Dome. Like, I pretty much think about Dome all day long.
Yeah, me too, man. Just Dome.
I'm so excited to go to the Hillside and then like right immediately after that just start hitting up some Dome.
Yeah.
And then it's almost like I find an oasis of energy after that.
Yeah, I just want
That's
like
crazy.
The way like, and I like Dome too because it's so hot. Like it's so hot at the Dome, and it's steamy, dude. The Dome is steamy. When the Dome is steamy, when it's more steamy is better.
Yeah, at the best, the most steam.
The best is the end. Dome at the end is amazing.
Yeah. And like to get, to come out on top of Dome and get yourself a nice little win is really all I'm looking for.
One of the best thing about arenas, in Dome, in regards to arenas, you're always at the end in Dome.
Yeah. And like a lot of people say like, well, can Dome get me to the finish line? And a lot of people struggle with that issue, but you're just going to have to figure out a strategy to get the best Dome possible for yourself. You're trying to get the best Dome that you can possibly get. So you're going to have to coach it up. You're going to have to figure out how you need to get the best Dome.
I don't think I could have said it better myself.
You got to be the Bill Belichick of Dome.
You got to be the Bill Belichick of Dome. And I've considered myself for a long time to be the Bill Belichick of Dome.
Yeah.
I mean, I just love getting into the game and getting some Dome. I love me some Dome.
That's true.
Anyway,
game.
Anything more about Dome that we like or don't like before we move on?
Sometimes we just don't spend long enough in Dome to get it to be able to experience as much moisture as it could produce.
Well, Dome is really a starting off point. You know what I'm talking about? Like, Dome is a place that you start at.
I think it's very often conceptualized that way.
Yeah.
But
you can finish at Dome.
You are limiting yourself by only considering it.
Why? Do you go to round 3 in Dome, or do you go to round 9?
Well, here's the thing, Brian. I usually use it as a starting off point. I get to Dome. I do what I need to do in there.
How many rounds do you win in Dome?
I've actually
in Oasis.
I've actually only won 1 round in Dome ever.
I usually start off in Dome, and then I finish inside the Rift.
Let's go, baby. And that is definitely not punk ass.
Oh, fuck me, bro.
Let's move on to the news.
Let's move on to the next thing.
I fucking love patch notes.
We've got the new weapon, the Rampage Lmg. Emergence adds a new Rampage to the ground loot, a brand new heavy ammo LMG. The Rampage sets itself apart from other LMGs by being slower but more powerful and making it an ideal mid-range weapon similar to weapons like the 3030 and the Bocek. The Rampage does not fire fast enough to be much of a threat at close range. Similar to the Sentinel rifle, the Rampage can be charged using the thermite grenade. Once charged, the Rampage fires much more quickly, making it a decent close range threat. When charged, the Rampage can also destroy doors. That, in my mind, sets it apart from a lot of the guns here because so much door blocking happens in this game that it almost makes it like an essential must pick as long as you have another weapon that you can do well with.
Yeah.
And I think for like a pro or like a streamer, you pick up like EVA 8's going to get changes. Spoiler alert. But if you had an EVA 8 in this season with a Rampage, you could do some damage.
You could honestly just say wingman in any gun.
Yep.
Like that. That's enough to win you games is the wingman.
Mm-hmm.
Like what used to be the 301 being the baseline of a good gun. Currently, that's the wingman. If you're better than the wingman, you're a great gun at whatever range you play at.
Yeah.
If you're worse than the wingman, you're a little lackluster or bad.
Yeah. So I think this is going to be. I'm actually super pumped. I was probably the biggest person who was against this Rampage weapon, and now I am so into it. I'm ready for it. I would love the opportunity to bust down some doors.
I think it's going to be sick. Especially see the gameplay that comes from it. It's going to be awesome.
And I don't know about you guys, but back when Black Ops 3 came out, I was a Gorgon champion. And this is a very similar Gorgon weapon.
This is the Gorgon.
The Gorgon. Dude, I did everything I could with the Gorgon. I seriously did. I loved the Gorgon. So this is very similar to that, and I like it. Weapon and hop-up changes. The Prowler will rotate out of the care package and once again become ground loot. I think that immediately makes the Flatline from an S tier weapon to like a B tier weapon. The Prowler back on the ground almost like arguably puts the R99 out of contention depending on the person.
Well, it also depends on what they do to the weapons.
Yeah, we need to see the nerfs that it's going to take coming out of the package. But if it's back to what it was
before it went into the
box, then it's
I would assume
it's going to be the best subs in the game are going to be the Volt and the Prowler, and I'd put money on the Prowler. Up close, at least.
I would assume that that's what it is. So in the care package, the Spitfire will both the Spitfire and the Alternator will be rotating into the care package. I'm not going to look at Brian because I want to deck him.
Say it.
I want to deck him.
Say it.
The Spitfire will revert to its pre-nerf state, and the Alternator will automatically come equipped with Disruptor rounds.
Brush your fucking dumbass.
Let me tell you something right now.
I've been saying this.
Right
Alternator
now.
to the care package with disruptors is the way to go. It is a lackluster gun.
Punk ass.
Listen, I am more excited to outplay the fuckers who think they can kill me with it than anything else.
It's punk ass, Brian.
Bro.
It's literally punk ass, Brian.
Listen, the fucking best gun you could put into the care package as a short range gun. It's not the fucking Prowler. It's not the R9.
You're a workhorse now.
No, I'm not.
No, you're a workhorse now.
I'm not a workhorse.
You're using something that's
I'm not
punk
using
ass.
it. I don't plan to use it. I'm saying I want to play against it.
No,
I'm excited
what?
for those fuckers to come at me, and I'm going to shit on them.
Brian,
Pure
you're
skill.
going to get shit on,
Pure
Brian.
skill. I'm going to see it.
I'm
strategically going to pick them apart with
my
my fucking
God,
G7
Brian.
Scout with a sniper stock.
You're going to call me
fuck their
at
ass
3
up.
in the morning and be like, babe, I fucked up.
Babe?
Yeah, you're going to call me babe. You're going to call me babe.
That's how fucked up you're going to be.
That's how fucked up you're going to be in your head. You're not even going to know what you're thinking.
Bro.
You're like, babe, I fucked up. I really wish the disruptors didn't come back. Because here's what I'm going to say, Brian. You lose to that one time, it's one time too many. Those should have never, ever come back in this game. Ever.
Dude, I've said it. It's not an issue, depending on how fucking strong they make it. That shit ain't an issue. The alternator belongs on the fucking ground. It belongs there.
Like
Or on the ground.
in the package.
Yeah, it belongs on the package. Like, that shit needs to come fully kitted. Listen, the alternator, everyone knows, is a waste of space gun currently. It's outshone by the R99. It is the placeholder for the R99, which is now the placeholder for the R301.
I actually love the alternator. So
Alternators, no, listen, it's a good gun.
You're
It's
losing.
a good gun, but at the same time, do you ever keep an alternator to the end of the game?
sometimes.
Do you really? Do you go out of your way to say, I'm going to neglect the 301 and the 99 early game?
Is that
If
why
I have
you
the
had
option?
such a bad week, Kyle?
No, listen. Sometimes, so I go through fluctuations, man. If the alternator is feeling good that day, I'm playing with the alternator because if I'm playing with a gun that doesn't feel good that day, I'm gonna play like dog shit. I'm gonna play like dog shit. So if it feels good that day, I'm playing with the alternator.
I mean, that's fair. You always play with a gun that feels good, but compared to the 99 or the Volt or the R301,
Sometimes they
how
just don't
often
hit.
how often does that happen?
If you die to the alternator even one time with disruptor rounds, it is a crime against humanity, and here's why. The disruptor rounds does absolutely nothing but take away any chance you have at winning a fight with somebody who is at your skill level or even a little bit below. Here's the reason why. Say you get your full kit. You've got red armor, you got the guns you need, you got the positioning. That disruptor round immediately diminishes the positioning. All they'd have to do is hit maybe 3 shots on you, and your shield is gone. And you're not even accounting for the other 2 teammates that are coming at you. Dying to disruptor rounds even one time is a crime, and I will take you to court. If I go and I die to an alternator, here's the other thing too. A lot of the weapons in the care package, you really don't get taken till the end, except maybe the Kraber.
Yes.
Because right now I think it's at its worst rotation. Now you're going to be getting a Spitfire. Are you wearing bullshit goggles with your fingers at me, Brian?
find the real ones.
I fucking hate you. And then you get the alternator, right? Both of those weapons are going all the way to the end.
Yep.
Every single they're going to go all the way to the end.
Dude.
If you guys don't know about disruptor rounds, they literally almost like broke the game. It almost broke the game when they were out. Like we had to stop playing the game.
The game was a much different time back then. We were seeing them all over the place because the disruptor hop-up was on the ground as a purple attachment. So, yeah, having 2 disruptor guns in the entire game with a very limited ammo capacity, I'm not too worried about it. I'm not too worried.
So worried
It's gonna how they balance it is going to be based off the ammo that it has.
I don't even think they balanced it to pre-buff that it got this season. But if it shoots faster like it got that buff for, fuck me. Fuck punk ass.
Yeah, dude.
Punk
Listen,
ass.
I'm telling you right now, they buffed it after they got rid of that because it was such a shit ass gun. They said it had to shoot faster.
Yeah, but
So
we don't
buffed
know
the
if
fire rate.
we don't know if they're nerfing the fire rate on the way into the box.
If they,
We don't know that for sure.
we
don't
don't know
know.
that yet. But
We
if
have to
they
see that.
if they don't nerf the fire
Dude.
rate and it stays the same,
If they-
and they just slap disrupt rounds
Bro,
on it,
my
we
God.
are
If they-
getting fucked.
If they don't nerf the fire rate, that's fine because then you just put the ammo at such a limited capacity that you have to be incredibly careful with every shot you take.
I literally like
Brian,
this
let
is
me-
such
let me
a
take-
Rewards the
terrible
skill.
idea.
Let me-
Not only that, but now it's at the point where it's gold weapons and you can swap out the scope.
Let me paint you a picture.
Making it easier to hit the shots because before it would have the same fucking like sight.
I love that site. By
I
the
actually
way,
love
but
that site.
I love
Some
that
people
site.
like it, some don't. A lot of people actually don't like it.
That's
so
true.
let me explain something to you really quick. Let me paint you a picture here. It is a gold gun, which means you're
It's
going to
actually-
have no recoil.
It's actually an heirloom gun.
And-
gun.
An heirloom gun. Even fucking worse. Okay, it can reload itself. Okay, when you put it behind you, it can do the whole 9. Okay, you don't have any recoil because it's a fucking alternator, and you're gonna have basically a gold barrel, which means you just have to point and click on a fucker. You
Yeah,
don't
but-
have to do anything.
But you lose range drastically. with the
Okay, but
alternator.
let's-
alternator
There's
loses
no
a ton
su-
of range.
There's no such thing as range
They
on
don't
a fucking
even,
alternator,
dude.
brother.
There's no such thing as range with disruptor rounds. You just have to hit 2 bullets and their shield is gone,
No,
You-
it depends
hit
on the damage
3.
fall off.
dude.
Bro, there are
you
ways to
shoot-
balance this. There are
Oh,
ways.
you want to know something else? That was before we had gold mags. Now it
Yeah.
reloads itself
That's what I
when you
said.
holster it. This is such
Bro,
a terrible
balance.
idea.
Balance.
It's So and it destroys all the other gun balances
Brian,
that came into this.
I'm
game.
going to paint you another picture really quick. you're at the last. You're the last person on your team. Okay, it's kind of hard to believe, but you're the last person on the team.
Wow. What a fucker.
And you have to clutch it out. Okay, and you get this bat off, and half your health is gone. Okay, but you get this bat off. You got red shield. You're feeling good. You're about to run into this guy. Okay, he gets his bat off too. You guys are both meeting in the middle, about to get into the fight, about to get it on, okay? And
Kinky.
he just whips out the alternator, all willy-nilly, shreds your entire shield in 3 seconds, shits on you, and you fucking die before you get his entire shield.
Crime
down.
against humanity, right?
And
there.
you walk out of that fight and you go, man, that was a good fight.
Listen,
that was real fair.
That's not what I'm going to say. What I'm going to say is, man, I should have pushed that care package harder.
No. Oh my God.
So
Brian.
you could have the gun to win the
wanna
fight.
choke
No,
over
so I can
this
throw it
table.
off the side of the map.
Oh, my
You're not gonna do that.
You're not gonna
You're
do that.
not
I
gonna
will
do
give you
that.
a video of me throwing a fucking alternator off the side of the map.
I will go to every care package and throw it off the side of the map, and I give you that as my word. That is a promise by me. I will do that every single
You're
time.
not going to do that, Brian, because I know you want to play with it.
I don't want to do that.
You've wanted disruptor rounds forever.
You wanted
you
disruptor
punk
rounds in the
ass.
care package for fucking...
Listen, it makes fucking sense. That
No,
gun belongs
it does
there.
not.
That
dude.
gun belongs. There's two.
You d-
Listen, there are 3 guns in this fucking game that feel like four that feel like care package weapons.
Sure.
1, Kraber. 2,
Well, no shit.
Mastiff. 3, Devotion. 4, alternator disruptor rounds.
No, Brian. And you know what makes this even worse, Brian, is they didn't even have to take. Like they added another legendary weapon when they didn't even have to. They had already swapped out the Spitfire for the Prowler, and they're like, hey, let's just be assholes and let's just throw disruptor rounds back in the game. They literally did this on top of something that they
'Cause they're
already
smart.
changed.
I think
no, because they're dumb and they're stupid.
Well, they wanted to... I think they just want to test everything all at once. They're like, we're already making it kind of a clusterfuck, putting the Spitfire in there. I think we should just make it a total clusterfuck and
Listen,
just add bad...
Sears coming in the game. Give everyone a digi-threat.
Yeah, you're talking about the game. You're talking about the company that put in this legend and then decided that the Revenant nerf was okay. That's what you're talking about.
It was enough.
They're not smart. They are not smart.
Baby steps, bro.
Oh my god.
Oh my God.
I literally want to die. I want to die.
This is like season 6 all over again.
Dude, this is worse.
Bro,
This is
I love
worse.
season 6.
Are you joking?
Yeah, I'm fucking.
Okay.
That's when they take-
everyone hated season
I
6.
literally needed
Season
you.
6 is when they took the shields from us, and the energy meta was
Oh
like
my
out of fucking pocket. It
Lord.
was the worst fucking thing ever.
All right, let's get
But
to
not
some.
as bad as disruptors.
It's worse. Yep. Oh, let's read what it says in the patch notes here. It says in the care packages, the blah 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 blah. Alternator will automatically come equipped with disruptor rounds, a dangerous hop up that was added to Apex Legends in season 2, and then immediately removed in season 3 for how powerful it was.
Bro, they acknowledge how strong it is, and they're gonna adjust it.
I don't think they will. This company made Revenant. I don't think they will.
They would have said it, right?
Yeah.
No.
Don't you think they would have? I
No.
mean, like maybe
Build the talk.
Fingers crossed that the full patch notes it will let us know, right? 'Cause
Yeah,
these
they
are just
will.
leaked.
These
patch
are
notes.
just no. So Rigney, which is the social media manager for Apex, he said that the company gave out these patch notes, but not the full ones. They gave these out to companies to leak a few days before, and then they will they will release the.
I
the
feel
full ones.
if it ends up being full strength plus a gold mag, then you have the right to lose your mind. But you gotta retain some semblance. of hope.
I will try my
you know.
best. I will try my best. So then we've got hop-ups. The Anvil receiver is gone again. Quick draw
Ooh.
gone again. Then we have the traits of the quick draw will just be implemented into pistols, which is probably what it should have been all along because that was the most useless hop-up of all time. In their place, Apex Legends is getting a brand new hop-up, Boosted Loader. This hop-up goes on the Hemlock and the Wingman, changing the guns so that they reload faster and get bonus ammo if reloaded at the right time, similar to Deadeye's Tempo. So we got some new hop-ups here. At the right time, hopefully the real patch notes give us like what that actually means. Because right now that does not mean anything to me. I don't know what that means.
It's either you unload your whole fucking clip or there's like a certain time in the middle of the clip where you got to reload.
If you have to unload your full clip to get the extra stuff, it's so dumb. That's just the worst hop-up.
I'm thinking that it's timed with these because they're both single fire guns, right?
They can be.
Well, it's burst.
It's
Hemlock's
Wingman and
burst
Hemlock.
fire.
So burst fire, that's fine. I think it's going to be timed in between the quote unquote burst of damage. So the individual wingman shots, there's a time between each one, and there's a time between each burst or each single shot for the Hemlock.
That makes sense. Then we've got the emergence of the L-Star. The LMG will now take barrel stabilizers and extended energy mags. Higher level energy mags will increase the time it takes for the L-Star to overheat and will cause it to cool faster when it does. L-Star is going to start taking over here.
I think it's
that
going to be really strong with the barrel stabilizer and the mag. That's
New
going to be
workhorse?
nuts.
No, the new workhorse is what you were just lobbying for, Brian.
Bro,
you are the new
I don't know,
workhorse.
the L-Star
I don't
might
want it.
be
I'm not playing with
pretty
it.
workhorse
Throwing it off the
strong.
map. I'm just going to shit on kids that do.
I don't trust you.
Hey, listen, Wyatt, you already talked up about the workhorses switching to the L-Star. This might be
Well, I didn't know this.
that might be the move though.
It might be the move. It might be
I mean,
the
now
move.
that the Spitfire is in the box,
And so is the alternator.
actually, I will no longer feel bad getting a Spitfire out of the box anymore.
Yeah, 'cause it's in the box.
Yeah, because it's in the box.
And speaking of speed, the fire rate for the EVA 8 when it has the shotgun bolts equipped is being nerfed. Additionally, the reload speed will no longer be tied to extended magazines starting in Season 10. Instead, that trait will now be tied to standard stocks and sniper stocks. That's probably the biggest overhaul, and I think that's such an intricate, cool thing. I love that. I
think
love the
that's
fact
important.
that both of them are important now, because I did not feel like both of them were
I
important
didn't feel like the
before.
stock was very important.
No, it was something that you could kind of go without, and now I love it. I love it. I'm very excited for that. And speaking of sniper stocks, marksman rifles will start taking sniper stocks in Season 10 as opposed to standard stocks. So
G7, baby.
G7, it's got its thing going on. We've
Bro.
got some stuff for that. So
Come at me.
Yeah, I think the G7 and the fucking 3030.
Eh.
I wonder
G7.
if the bow will get
The
something.
dirty
like that.
30. baby.
It
It's
has
marksman,
shatter
right?
caps.
It does.
It has shatter caps.
It
It's
does.
already really strong. And it's got a Deadeye's tempo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then we've got ranked arenas. We already talked about that last week. Pretty much the same information, so we don't need to go too deep into that. But we will get ranked arenas. You don't earn points based on kills and assists. That's the only part that I'm kind of about. I don't know if I really care for that too much.
It's all based off wins, which it means that you have to build the team together. Like, you have to play with a full team. You can't really play solo, which sucks.
It's
Well,
not
I
the
think
worst
you-
thing in the world.
I think you can, but only to a certain point. At some point, you are going to have to build a team once you climb the ranks high enough, because you're going to be going against other 3 stacks. But till then, like, I think you're okay in the low ranks for the casual player. I don't think it's too much of an issue.
Yeah, so we've got that, and then I don't mind losing points if my team loses and I pop off. I just wish that if I popped off, I lose less points than if I you know what I'm saying? Like I'm okay with them tying it to wins. But if I lose, but I get like a good amount of kills or something like that, I wish it wouldn't make me lose like way more points than it does. So we've got that. Then we move on finally to the Battle Pass rewards. Horizon looks like an idiot. Horizon looks absolutely stupid.
like I said, like the Power Ranger bad guy, like it looks awful. But
It's
like way
god
too
awful.
much makeup on. Like,
So you guys ever played Dragon Ball Z Budokai 3? The little fucking green dudes, the little Namek dudes that come out. Like, I'm not talking like Piccolo status, but the little fucking
know.
green Martian dudes.
yes.
Bro, this is the blue version of that. This is the blue one.
I fucking know, man. As soon as you said it, I pictured it in my mind, and I
dude.
was like,
We
oh,
gotta find
fuck.
a photo of that and put it up
Just
and
put
be
it
like
next to it.
in just a side by side.
I'm tired of this Battle Pass system because you essentially just get a cool air quotes at 25, 50, and then you get the reactive skins for whichever gun that it is. And I think the Volt kind of carries this Battle Pass, but I can speak from example. There have been Battle Passes where you get like the regular gun skins that are actually kind of neat, and the regular screens, like the loading screens.
Yeah.
I hope that this one's better than this current season, because this current season blows.
It was bad.
It's so bad. It is one of the worst.
The best things you got were the Wraith skin and the fucking Spitfire skin that you got off the rip.
Yeah, so I'm hoping that they fix that and make it a little bit better. They said they were thinking about overhauling the Battle Pass system anyway, but we'll see. Anyway, that is just about the patch notes that we've got. So we're going to head into the gambling segment of the show. What do you guys think the patch notes so far? Send us some comments, some thoughts, wherever you need to. We're going to head into gambling, and we will see you guys on the other side. All right, here we go. Gambling time. Final time here with Troy, and we have a brand new champion.
This is it, baby.
Heading into the final
I'm
season.
feeling good.
Heading into the final season. Now, as we've said before, Kyle is the only one to have never won a championship. And this season, he will be the brand new champion with
Let's go, baby!
10,580
go.
bones.
Let's go, baby! Let's go!
Congratulations.
Kyle won by pretty much a gigantic landslide, almost by over 1,000. The second place gambler here was Troy with 9,232. Troy made a big leap in the final week, but just couldn't clear Kyle there. Then we've got Brian with 2,856, and I got dead last with 1,000. So pretty impressive that we all got over 1,000.
That's pretty
That's
solid.
pretty
That is.
sick for the final
That's
year.
a hell. Dude, that just
lots
shows,
of shoves.
That shows improvement.
Lots of shoving this season.
Yes, plenty
lots of shoving. So Kyle, brand new champion. Well, we're going to have to give him a victory speech.
So first thing, I just want to get up on the mic, and I just wanted to say, fuck all the haters. I'm talking to you, Brian, and then everybody else who doubted me. And I wanted to get a huge shout out to all my fans. You guys rock. This wins for you, okay? And I also want you to all know that I hold the record, bitch, for the most bones ever and the least bones ever. And my number one W is that. Let's go, baby.
Let's go.
WVL. Let's get it.
Are you gonna pay back your debt now?
Fuck no, I'm not.
Well, that's not good.
Started from the bottom, baby.
Started from the bottom, now we're here
that
on
is
the
not
top.
good news. Yeah, so Kyle wins the championship. Brian won the championship before that. And then who won the one before that?
I think it's Troy.
Oh, Kyle,
Was it-
my
was
man.
it-
Clearly in a good mood. You're
Sure.
right.
Was it?
You're
No,
right.
I think
Well,
it is Troy.
Well, I remember you getting dead last, and by a lot.
There's a good-looking guy here. I think his name's Troy.
For the final episode, should we just finally admit that Troy won that season?
I think we should.
Give it to me. Boys.
Should we do it?
Lay it
Let's
on
do it.
me.
Listen, is that in the spirit of mine and Troy's relationship?
Yes.
It would feel better if Brian didn't say anything.
See, your reverse psychology.
All right, so Troy, we're gonna give you that season. You won. You won fair and square.
Thank
Troy,
so
you
much.
are the 3-time.
You are the
Brian
You are
said
the
it.
3-time.
You
I
are
will
the
give it to you.
3-time,
Your
Brian.
last show, you are the 3-time.
I
There we
appreciate
go.
I want to let you also know, though, that I am the one-time, baby.
Yeah.
The one-time.
So everybody here has won a championship now.
That's right.
Yep.
Everybody here has won a
Why,
championship.
you won?
We've all tasted
You won?
Yeah, I won.
the pinnacle.
Okay.
Yeah.
How
It
many
was
bones
a
did
long
you have?
time ago.
He won.
I don't remember. I think I won with like barely any bones.
You had
I
a
think you did.
couple
I think
hundred,
you-
I think.
I think you won because we all flopped.
We-
Yeah,
Yeah.
because you two did it was a season where you guys did the second
Head-to-head.
head-to-head. So I remember winning that one.
Jay-Z would know.
Yeah,
That
Jay-Z
was
probably
so
knows.
fun. Oh my god, that second head-to-head where
That second one was
you came to
crazy.
my house and we played
Oh
together.
my god,
That was nuts.
Oh,
dude! I took a
Jesus.
video
Head coach?
recording of
That is
myself.
one of my favorite
I
memories.
took a
as
video
well.
recording
That was-
of myself, and it is the most painful thing to watch my expressions. Listen, if you guys find the video online of the first head-to-head, I want you to know the second one, the facial expressions by me, literally looks like I have a nervous fucking tick.
Dude.
Like it was horrible. My reactions rocking back and forth, dreadful. The times that I'm trying to grapple away and I'm swinging like I'm fucking Pathfinder, embarrassing. It was horrible. Those might come out one
We were all
day.
like messaging each other, like in the back alleys of texting, like it was some kind of a family secret. How
Yeah,
Brian
because
did.
I think we had like some sort of like holiday party or something,
Yeah.
and we were all just kind of like So I was Troy's head coach, and Kyle was Brian's head coach, and I'd walk up to Kyle and be like, and he'd be like, yeah, so I'd be like, but we wouldn't say
wouldn't
it.
say it.
We were just waiting.
We
That
were
was
like,
so
trying
funny.
to feel
and I
each
was like
other out.
bluffing the whole time. I was like, oh,
maybe.
yeah.
If you ever want to
Be
see me
out there,
rage,
bro.
put me in a head.
Yep.
Specifically against Troy. Punk ass.
Here we go.
Okay.
We got ourselves some lines here. Brand new slate. Now we're gonna have some changes coming with gambling. I almost feel like we should wait till next week to kind of like even do any lines or anything, just because we have so many changes coming.
Yeah, we have a lot of changes.
There is a lot of things that are going to be changing in the
So
gambling
maybe we should
segment.
maybe we shouldn't do gambling for a week.
Maybe we got the
I think-
champion out.
Yes.
to smooth everything
That's
out
the
as
most
far as the new
important thing.
format goes, because we are going to have a semi-new format in terms of gambling, how the point system works, things like that, to make it a little bit more balanced
That'll
as
be
far
fun.
as how strong these pushes are compared to a good bet record.
Yeah. So we might do then, we might save for next week. We'll try to work out the kinks on the pod, and we'll try and go from there, because we also have some more support. Jay-Z is helping us get gambling more organized for the listener. We have it organized for us, but for the listener. In the early days of the Grab My Banner podcast, we
gosh.
would post every single
It's true. We have
card,
cards.
and then
Yep.
we'd have the championship. As we went along, that thing got harder and harder to do with all the pushes and all the different random shit that was going on. So it made it more difficult. So in the future, we're hoping to get more involved with the gambling segment. But I think for Troy's last episode, we just fucking chill out and we finish it off and we have a good time. And but Kyle is the champion. He
Let's
did
go,
win.
baby.
He did win. So
First
there we go.
W,
First
and
W.
hopefully not the last one.
W.
Your record might say different.
We'll see.
Might be another 8 to 9 seasons.
Hey, listen, I might win the next 3, baby, and then
It's
you know,
okay.
then
You'll-
I'm number 1 again.
You'll be like the
knows?
49ers when we can't remember the last time you won.
You have had the highest. I would say. I mean, you obviously won with 10,000. So you've had the,
I won with
the
10,000?
highest mountains,
That's
and you've
insane.
also
It's
had the
just crazy.
deepest valleys
It's
of
nuts.
anybody on this show.
You couldn't
You've
have done
changed
it
your
with the tips.
hairstyle
How did
like
you miss
7
that earlier?
times.
True.
You
I fucking missed it. I didn't think I got 10,000.
fucking grand,
Kyle's
dude.
been
10K,
like
bro. Over.
Kyle's been like 4 different people on this show.
It's true.
He had like the stoner long hair, then he shaved it all off, then he grew it out and got frosted
Frosted
tips,
tips, baby.
and then he shaved it again.
He wouldn't have won, and
One-
he would not have won this if he had kept the tips.
Do you want to know right now what? Yeah,
definitely
Bald Kyle definitely did this.
Bald Kyle
But-
is a better man than Frosted Tip Kyle.
You want to know the one thing that stayed consistent through all of Kyle on this podcast? The streakiest motherfucker on this
Yep,
podcast.
He still
Yes,
is.
sir.
He still is. I arguably I could have gotten close, but I put all of I pushed on his kills and he didn't even get close.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's not my fault.
Kyle's lost me 2 championships. I think.
So, are we not going to talk about your spite bets carrying you this entire season from start to finish?
Yeah, it was a
Listen,
spiteful
baby,
season.
this was Spite Bet season. Spite Bets all the way. Spite Bets won it for me. Spite Bets got me going. They got me the W.
That's all that matters.
We
That's all that
threw
matters.
hella shade when you decided to do all spite bets in week 1.
But they worked
But
out.
you
But they
fucking
worked out.
lucked
They
out.
worked
you,
out.
They
you
fucking
bastard.
I did Spite Bets in week 1 and Spite Bets in the final week to get me the W. And the only bet that I bet on is I bet on myself, and that fucked me. But other than that,
Kyle
I've
cannot
never
bet
done
on
that again.
himself.
All right, boys, you think we should call it?
Listen, I love you guys.
I love you too.
I'll miss you guys.
I miss you too.
Everybody in this room and everybody listening at home, thank you. Thanks for being a part of this. I'm glad I was a part of it. And, sometimes I think it really sucks how time just keeps going forward and you don't get to, live in the awesome parts of your life forever. But, one of the beautiful things about life is that it does keep going forward, and that forces you to really take it in when you're there. So, thank you guys for being a part of it, and I think it's awesome that this is documented forever,
It is.
but everybody who took the time out of their day to listen, and even more so anybody who took time out of their day to make a comment or to directly interact, thank you guys so much. It really did mean a lot. And this will not be the last. If you listen consistent, this won't be the last time you hear from me, but it will be for a while. So I hope you guys all take care and you're safe, and that you keep listening to GMB.
Awesome. Troy, this is a tradition that we've always done on the show. I always make you guys say "see ya" as we sign off. So you want to hit them with one last "see ya"?
See ya.